Hello, this is Cornelius. I'm back with a new video. This time on the E&L Essential AK74M. This is this was initially offered at the same time as that AK. You can just barely see it, but we'll get to that one in a little bit. This is a later generation model, something that I'm going to dub the Gen 2. It has a bunch of different changes on the internals, not really on the externals. Um, well, let's just fucking get into it. So, to start, one of the biggest changes that they have done is with the gas tube. Gas tube still doesn't come with an AK-74 spring. AK-74s would have this spring back here, like this bent steel on the back of this bit, which would help retain it. This was done away with probably for ease of manufacturing, and it really isn't essential, but anyways. All essential gas tubes come with this little cut right here to allow for the facilitation of things like a 9.4 volt battery. One like this, don't mind the duct tape, which will allow it to slot in and it won't be caught up on any of this metal here. So it can just slot right in. However, them making this bigger is honestly just a good thing. They probably should have done this on the Gen 1, but they never did. So, womp womp. It is a little more finicky to get it. That's something I have noticed. Maybe it's because it isn't worn in as much, but it is a lot more finicky to get the gas tube back on, and for it to close properly, you have to hold it down. I don't know if it's a new dimension change. I haven't fucking measured it because I don't care to. Now on to the second biggest change that they've done with this generation. All guns come shipped standard with a Dean's connector and a small TIMA adapter. This is new because, well, the old gen used to just come straight with a TIMA adapter, and it didn't come with a fuse. The old gens came with a fuse already in the gun, along with an extra fuse in the proof of function slip that sends out with all these guns. The threading is it isn't 14 millimeter negative or positive. It is, I believe, 24 millimeter negative. So real steel is accepted, but not airsoft ones. Wear patterns so far, I don't know if you can see it. There's some good wear along the receiver, but there's primarily wear along here from the game that I've taken this to. They're outside of my own backyard, which I've done many games with this. Other than that, the wear on this primarily resides along the dust cover. It's a lot harder to see, but you really see it here. Now, I'm going to give a small update on the old one, because I know some people have asked. This is my old Workhorse of a rifle. There's a lot more wear. I've never oiled this thing. I might get rid of some of the rust up here. It appears worse on camera than it does in person, but I like some of the rust finish on this because I think it gives it a good character, like it's actually battle worn. This one I've easily put 20,000 rounds plus through. Runs great, shoots great, honest. It's been broken in well. I've had this for a couple of years now. My first review on this was 2-ish years ago, and I haven't done anything to it. I've made it completely stock. All you see is cosmetic changes along with like this, which came from my Gorka pants because they just fell off, and this to try to remove the cleaning rod easier so that I can install new handguards. I'm planning on getting some plum ones for this, which would make it a lot prettier. I'm just going to be frank. The rust does not complement the black that well, but it is what it is. This rifle works well. For $215, you're getting a second generation rifle. I haven't put the second gens through the test. If you want to modify them, each E&L always rocks. It's either, I think it's 4.5 millimeter pins that hold the stock together here on the folding models, which I don't believe is real spec. I believe it's 5.5 for military rifles, but you know, if you want to modify them, keep that in your. But yeah, old rifle still works fine. I don't use it as much because I have the new one, and I have a serious case of use the fucking thing itis. So far I've taken her to a smaller milsim type event at my local field, which has worked out great. It was a continuous game for about 6 hours, and it held up fine. The only problems that I ran into were a little bit of hot problems, but that could easily be fixed and easily was fixed on the field. Other than that, this gun's great. For $210 or $215-ish on e-bike, I would recommend this rifle. Most of these rifles are around roughly the same price. There's some slight differences, mainly because of this stock. This also comes with an actual cleaning kit for a real rifle. However, it's airsoft. I'm not going to use it. I don't own any 5.45 nor 7.62 rifles that would make this usable. So I just put it in the stock, which is a pain in the ass, but I'm gonna let you figure that out if you buy this. Yeah, honestly, great gun. What I would recommend is if you have a Dremel, possibly try to widen that little gap in the gas tube, or just run 8.3 batteries through it. I use NIM. I don't trust LiPo. I don't like LiPo. I would recommend NIM. But yeah, so far, so good. Very good rifle. Much recommend. God bless and have a good day.